Hello, children. Welcome back. So, this is the continuation of chapter 1 disaster management. This is part 2. So, we have already discussed few topics in the part 1. So, what are the topics we have covered? What is disaster? What are the factors responsible for the various types of disaster? So, what and then disaster management. In disaster, we have discussed about how natural disasters are classified based on the origin. How they are classified, children? In three categories. What are they? Meteorological disaster, topographical disaster, and tectonic disasters. Is it clear, children? Shall we move to the today's new topic? So we're going to see about an overlook about the natural disaster. So previously we have discussed what are the natural disasters: earthquakes, then volcanic eruptions, floods, cyclones, landslides. So these are the natural disasters. So in this module we're going to discuss about the few natural disasters and what are the do's and don'ts. At last you have to read contents in the textbook compulsory, children. Okay, so do you all remind our class online class now, children? You have to keep your note ready, keep your content book ready. Then you have to write neat and legible in your note. Usually keep your note as a homework note. Is it clear, children? Then draw the end margins using pencil and scale. Leave little finger space between two words. Write neat and legible. Let's get started, children. So the first topic is earthquake. So listen very carefully, children. The India faces earthquakes occasionally, but think about Japan. The people of Japan faces the earthquakes in a frequent manner, children. Is it clear? So earthquake is considered as the one of the worst natural disaster. They are very difficult to predict, children, and their long term forecast is a distant possibility, which means we can't easily predict the earthquakes in a quick manner. Is it clear, children? So earthquakes occur due to the movement of the tectonic plates. What is meant by tectonic plates? So already in the part 1 we have discussed, children. So tectonic plates means the large pieces of lithosphere. What is meant by lithosphere? Litho means rock. So earth's rocky layers, that is called tectonic plates. Certain movement will be there. So due to that movement only earthquakes occurs. And also sometimes earthquakes also follow the volcanic eruptions. There is a volcanic eruptions, that may be the chances of earthquakes. Is it clear? So when we are learning about the earthquakes, the term called magnitude we will come across, children. So what is meant by magnitude? So magnitude is the total amount of energy released during an earthquake. Is it clear? So magnitude is the total amount of energy. How much amount of energy which is released by the earthquake, it is calculated called magnitude. Whereas intensity means the effect of earthquake on the structure and people. So what is meant by structure and people? So the intensity means how the earthquake affected the people and their properties. Is it clear? So there is a difference between magnitude and intensity. Magnitude means the amount of energy which released during the earthquake. Intensity means the effect of an earthquake on the structure and the people. So how we can measure this magnitude? So there is a value, children, and who it is designed? The person called C.F. Richter. What is his name? C.F. Richter. He devised a system that measures the magnitude of a earthquake in terms of motions. In terms of motions. So the instrument which record these motion are called seismograph. What is the instrument name, children? Seismograph. Why they called that it as a seismograph? Seismo means that seismic waves which caused by the earthquake. It may be a horizontal wave or else a vertical wave. Mostly, children, so the vertical wave will cause more damage than the horizontal wave. Is it clear? Okay, shall we move to the next one? So the features of the earthquake. What is meant by feature? So the characters, two characters will be in the earthquake, children. One is focus and another one is epicenter. Focus means the place where the earthquake is occurred. For example, the point of origin of an earthquake within the earth. That means inside the earth. Is it clear? So below the crust area. So in the grade 7th you have read about the layers of the earth, right? So the crust, mantle and core. So below the crust layer where the earthquake originated is called focus. Sorry, not below the crust layer, children, in the crust layer. Okay, so on the surface above the focus is called epicenter. I hope these two things already you read in the grade 7th, children. Is it clear? Shall we move to the next one? What are the do's and don'ts? What are the things you have to do? What are the things you should not do? Okay, listen very carefully, children. It may be helpful for you in future, because nowadays global warming is more, so there might be any natural calamities. You people should be aware, right? So stay away from the tall furniture such as a bookcase. If you see any tall furniture near to you, immediately you should move away from that, children. And the next one, do not stand near the glass windows. Why? The glass windows will hurt you, children. The next one, if there is an earthquake, just don't use the elevators. What is maybe elevators? Like lift. Okay, don't use the lift. In between, if you get stuck in the lift, then that's all. So you have to immediately rush to the stairs. Is it clear, children? Then turn off all the electric gadgets to avoid the fire. Which means if you are staying in a building, you have to turn off all the electronic gadgets. If you are moving out of the building in the rush, don't switch off all the electronic gadgets and move. Just rush away. Is it clear? Then be prepared for the aftershocks. What does mean by be prepared for the aftershocks? Children, just listen very carefully. You have to keep a mindset. Once there are earthquake, there will be some damages. You should be ready mentally. You have to keep up with your mind. Okay, so my properties will be going to get damaged. I am going to repair it, or I am going to recover it. So be prepared for that. Then keep away from the high buildings and high walls. Don't stand near the high buildings and high walls, children. Okay, maximum try to be in a open area, and do not drive a car or bike. That is a very important point, children. Don't think if you are in a car it will be a safe during the earthquake. Is it clear? So previously I said, right, the vertical motion of the earthquake which causes split in the roads. Is it clear? The roads will be opened, then the car will be damaged. Is it clear, children? Is it clear? These are the do's and don'ts. Okay, once again you have to read all these do's and the don'ts in the content books also, children. Is it clear? Shall we move to the next one? So the next one is landslides. Landslides. See, children, how the mountain is damaged. Who is responsible for that? Yes, we the people. So landslide occurs when a large mass of bedrock loosened by the combination of mechanical as well as chemical weathering. What is meant by mechanical as well as chemical weathering? Mechanical means we the people mechanically cutting down the trees. Chemical weathering means we emitting the toxic gases to the atmosphere, which causes less rainfall, which makes the plants to get dried. Then ultimately trees will fall away. It will create a huge damage to the plants, especially in the mountain regions. Then the soil will lose its fertility, and the roots will be weakened, which causes the slides. This slides down due to the pull of the gravity. Usually landslides follow an earthquake, children, and heavy rainfall. Is it clear? So here they are saying in case of any earthquake there may be the landslides, as well as if there is a heavy rainfall, what will happen, children? It also leads to the landslides. The extent of the landslides depend on the steepness of the slope, which means near to the mountain how steep the slope is, based on that the landslides will be more. One of the most important human made causes of landslide is, we already know what is the reason: deforestation. So what are the do's and don'ts for the landslides? We must follow the construction norms properly, children, for any construction of buildings, especially in the hilly regions. If you notice in Kodaikanal region as of now, in the past 1 year, so they started to they started to seize the properties of some hotels, of some buildings which they violated the construction norms. Yes, we have to follow the construction norms carefully. Is it clear, children? So why they are making this strict laws, children? To protect our human beings only. Is it clear? Then usually before the landslides some warning signs are visible, children, like leaning of poles. What is meant by leaning of poles? If you see any electric poles or else some other excuse me, children, if you see any electrical poles, it will be started to lean, and the trees started to lean, and the cracks in the walls will get cracked, and the buildings or grounds also will get cracked. Looking out of all these signs, we should be careful. We should remind ourselves, okay, here's going to be a landslide. We should be aware of that. During the heavy rainfall, traveling by road on the high mountain should be avoided, children. Why? Because there may be chance of landslide at any time. And the next one, flood. So you people are more aware of this. How? Listen very carefully, children. Due to the human population, okay, so the people started to construct the homes in a area which left out. So they forgot how these areas are made. Especially you people remind about the Chennai flood, right? How it happened? The people started to construct the buildings in the empty areas which is previously a pond. So similarly, when there is a huge rainfall, what will happen, children? That area will be filled with the water, which ultimately resulted in floods. So flood occur due to the overflowing of river. Overflowing of river. Due to excessive rainfall, children. Due to excessive rainfall during the monsoon season. What is meant by monsoon season? Especially in our India, we depend on the monsoon rainfall, climatic rainfall, particular period rainfall. Is it clear? So we have southwest monsoon and northeast monsoon, right? So during this monsoon seasons, we will get immense rainfall, which leads to the flood. Sometimes flood occurs due to the siltation of the river beds. What is mean by siltation? What is meant by siltation, children? Siltation means the sedimentation of the fine sand along the river beds. Is it clear, children? Sometimes flood occur due to the siltation of the river beds. The river beds areas, that sedimenting area, it is affected, the flood will occur, children. Then what are the cause? What it causes, children? It causes various waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid, dysentery, diarrhea. Especially these are waterborne disease, children. Is it clear? So what are the do's and don'ts? Embankments, dams and reservoirs should be constructed and maintained properly. So the dams and reservoirs should be constructed and maintained in a very proper manner. The most important point, children, deforestation and grazing should be controlled in open areas to prevent the excessive surface runoff. So there will be afforestation. We have to plant more trees, children. So weather forecast and flood warning system should be more accurate. Cities and towns should not clog drains by putting plastics and non-biodegradable waste. Throwing of plastics in the water bodies, it should be avoided, children. It will affect the flow of water and will cause flood. Supply of medicines and emergency communication should be kept ready after the flood. So after floods, different types of waterborne diseases are common, children, such as diarrhea, hepatitis B, etc. So we need to drink the hot water. Is it clear, children? So the stagnant water may cause the spread of epidemics such as malaria and cholera. So bleaching powder should be spread to prevent the breeding of mosquitoes during the rainy season. Especially we can see more mosquitoes and more diseases, especially dengue. Last year we have more cases in the dengue, right? Why? Because due to the mosquitoes. So in order to avoid the mosquitoes, bleaching powder should be spread to prevent the mosquitoes. Is it clear? Then the people and the livestock should be evacuated and moved to the higher grounds. What is meant by livestock? Like animals, cattle, and they are important things, the way of living. So what they are using for the living, all should be moved to the higher areas. Sometimes during the flood, the uprooting of electric poles and cables can cause the electrocution, and the use of an electrical item should be avoided. Which means the electrical lines which are in the flood area should be cut off. Yes, children, or else it will make electrocution. What is meant by electrocution? People say the lame word called shock, right? That one. One should be careful of snakes and other insects, children, which are very common in the stagnant flood water. So, in the flood water, there may be snakes. Even children, once there is a flood in the America, I think. So, the people found many snakes and crocodiles in the flood water. So, we should store the plenty of clean water, medicine, and food for the people, children. Is it clear? So, that's the end of the part 2, children. So we also have few more videos. So after that, you people want to start your scrapbook. Thank you, children.